Hi, this is Sonia. The last video that I posted was about my overall organizational system at the time, and I've changed things up a little bit, so I wanted to show what I'm doing now. I know a lot of people have given me feedback that they hadn't really looked at the Filofax Flex since before my videos, but then after seeing them, they had purchased them or they were more interested. So I do have to admit that part of the reason that I hadn't posted a video in a couple weeks is that I felt kind of bad about changing my system away from using the Flex and Moleskine as my primary planner. But it is what it is, and this is what I'm doing, so I just wanted to share. Two things kind of led to where I'm at right now. The first thing is that a few weeks ago, my mother-in-law took my daughter for a week so that we could have time to get stuff done around the house, because we don't really use babysitters at all, and have some alone time with my husband. So I ended up taking a lot of that time off of work and staying home and scrapbooking. And one thing that I noticed was, I'm scrapbooking Christmas from 3 years ago, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Easter is kept pretty current, but I'm really only scrapbooking the very, very highlights, and I'm a horrible picture printer, so it's really even nothing new or recent. And I've been seeing a lot of Project Life lately, and I really like the idea of documenting your day-to-day or week-to-week life, the things that are going on, and not only scrapbooking or documenting the holidays out of the year. So I started thinking about that. And then also I was seeing so many cute printables or different inserts that people are using in their ringed personal size or smaller size binders. And I thought those were cool. And then also the things that people were keeping track of, like shopping lists, Christmas wish lists, pantry inventories, cleaning schedules, and things like that. And while I tried to make the Moleskine work by putting post-its of things that I wanted or whatever, it never quite worked for me in the bound system. I never flipped to those pages. It just didn't work. So I took those two things and I thought about it, and so what I have decided to do is I'm using my Moleskine in the Flex as kind of a Project Life Light type thing. I'm not even sure, but it's kind of like the Project Life. And it's what I had been doing. If you looked at my old pages, it's pretty much, the to-dos and the lists on this side, and then I had gotten into printing the pictures and documenting things that my daughter learned or whatever on the right side. So it was really just a full embrace of that. And so what I am doing is I'm using some Project Life cards, the pictures, some stamping. So this side is more like a scrapbook, and this side is more of the daily documentation of life. So I do this at the end of the week, so on Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, depending on what we have going on Sunday, I copy down all of the to-do lists, or even just straight up transfer them and paste them in here. Like this had been in my planner, and then I just pasted it in here. And then that's what I'm documenting our week. So these are the last couple weeks. I can't remember if I showed them in another video, but so that's kind of what I'm doing. And then the pockets in the Flex I'm using for kind of the ephemera. So I have a couple wedding invitations, a thank you card that we got from Malaysia. So then these will stay in here until I put them in a scrapbook, or just throw them away, or whatever else I do with them. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I really like it. I still like being able to go back through these and see what we were doing at a certain time, and also look at my to-do list and see how much I did. So that's what I'm doing with my Moleskine, the large Moleskine in the A5 Flex. And then well, I have to admit, there was a third reason. The third reason was that the large Kiki K pink leather planner is calling to me, and I was trying to think of a way that I could use it as a planner. So that was kind of the last straw that pushed me towards this. So I thought, okay, well, if I set up an A5 as a flex, as a planner, what would I use it for? Because this is an A5, but it's like a small A5. So here's my Osterly. It's an A5. So as you can see, I mean, the A5 Flex it's not as wide. It's a tiny bit shorter. It's definitely not as thick, depending on how many notebooks you put in there. But the weight is significantly different. This Austerly weighs about 10 pounds. This Flex weighs, I don't know, just a couple. So I was carrying this every day in my purse and taking it in and out with me, and it was just fine. And now it stays in my ottoman with the rest of my Filofax stuff. And then this Austerly, which is really heavy, is what I thought, okay, well, if I can set up this Austerly as a planner, then I'll know, that I would be good to go with the KKK. So I did. I spent about 4 or 5 hours one morning. I redid all the dividers. I put everything in here. I got a Martha Stewart planner that I have found on clearance, and I cut the tops and bottoms and sides off so that it fit in the A5, and this was what I was going to use as the calendar. I put post-its in here and everything, and then after 4 or 5 hours I picked it up, and it had to have weighed like 10 pounds. It was so heavy, and I've taken out a lot of things now, but it's still so heavy. So I decided that was not the option that I was going to go with. So the carrying an A5 in my purse every day with all the stuff that I wanted to put in it was just not an option for me. So this has gone back to being my finance binder, and I'll maybe do a video about that later. But so then the plan B was to use my Franklin Covey 365 Compact in the Flourish design. And so I spent another 4 or 5 hours setting this up the way that I wanted it, with all the different dividers and things that I wanted. And I have to say that I really like it. I've been using it for, I think, 2 weeks that I've been doing this now. And I like it a lot. I definitely have the, extra space to put all the different Christmas lists and things like that in here, like I had envisioned. So it's growing on me. It's not an immediate attachment like the Moleskine and the Flex. I mean, I fell in love with that immediately. I like this. I like it a lot. I will probably love it, but I still have things that I want to do to tweak it and tweak it and tweak it, because that's what I guess I do. So anyway, I'm going to do another video about how I've got it set up with the different tabs and things like that. But so this is pretty much what I'm doing. I'm using the Franklin Covey as a planner, as an everyday planner in my purse, and then some of the to-do lists that I'm keeping in here I take out and I put in the Filofax, in the Moleskine Flex. So like here was a to-do list, and here was a to-do list that I took out of the Franklin Covey and put it in here just as a documentation of things that I had done, and things that we were doing. So like I said, I'll do another video about this, and I just wanted to come clean about my system and what I'm doing, and that's where I'm at. Thanks for watching.